Hi, welcome everybody. I'm here in the garage and I've got another super quick accessory video for you today. I picked up a USB charging front mountable bike light for the Brompton. This is the Brompton official light that mounts down on the front fender, and I figured I would just document the process of installing it, so if any of you are thinking about putting this on yourself, you can see how easy the process is. I don't expect this to take more than a few minutes, so let's get started. Now again, this is the standard Brompton 500 lumen front light. I ordered this from Porter Pedal Bikes down in Phoenix just because I like to support them, but this is the same light that you would get if you ordered it from Brompton's website. So let's get everything open and see what we've got. Okay, here's everything. So you've got the light itself, you've got the charging cable, you've got some hardware here, as well as a mounting bracket. And lastly, of course, you've got the instructions, which we will follow here as closely as we can and hopefully not mess anything up and get everything installed as we're supposed to. Now, the first thing the instructions tell us to do before mounting the light is just to test it out on the mounting bracket to make sure it mounts properly. So this is the mounting bracket. Let's go ahead and clip it on and make sure it works. It did clip in place, it's solid, and then there's a little release lever right there. Everything seems to be working okay. It also said to test out the light, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Hold it down to turn it on. Ooh, that is bright. And then if you click it, I think it cycles through. There's low, there's blink, and there's low blink. And then if you hold it down, it shuts it off. So everything seems to be good. It looks like we're okay to start the install. So with that said, let's get down on the bike and see if we can get this installed without any issue. So it would appear that this install is actually much simpler than I first thought. On a 2018 or newer Brompton, all you need to do is to remove this barrel nut back here, remove the front brake caliper and reflector, and replace the reflector with the light mounting bracket. It should be that simple, and all we'll need is a 5mm Allen key. So let's get into it. You will need to replace the original concave washer with the one provided. I'm just hand tightening right now. Make sure everything's lined up and the brake looks good. The front fender looks good. Start tightening this a little bit more seriously. Line that up nice and straight. That looks good. Front fender looks good. We're just gonna go back here with everything lined up nice. We're gonna tighten it up. That's looking pretty good. Brakes are not rubbing. Now it does say to tighten this bolt up to 6 Newton meters, so let's get the torque wrench. Alrighty, well that was incredibly easy. Let's mount it. Make sure it looks good. Fire it up. And as with any new installation, ride it around, make sure nothing is weird, and then call it a day. Looks good to me. I think that's it. Let's power it down, remove it, and get it all charged up. One other thing that I think is worth noting is that this light, even though it's branded with Brompton, it's actually made by Cateye, which is the same brand that makes my tail light that I have right here. So in a sense, these two lights are meant to be paired together. So let's get it all charged up and get everything put away. Well, that just may be one of the easiest installs I've ever done. All that's left on the table here are the reflectors, and the kit gives you a small clamp so that you can reroute your reflector up to your handlebars if you choose. Instructions about how to do that are right here, but quite simply this mounts onto this bracket like that, and then you can just mount it on your handlebars. I'm not too worried about it. I've got a headlight now and I've got a rear reflector as well as a rear light, so I think I'm just gonna keep that off for now. Now, of course, this is the screw that goes with this, and it has a washer on it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this all together so that we don't lose anything if we do decide to mount this later. And then, of course, we still have the original reflector as well. Now the only other thing on the table here is the original concave bracket, which was mounted on the bike and is specifically designed to house the reflector. So just needed to remove this one and put the new one on, but I will keep this one in case I ever want to go back to the original configuration. So that's it. Time to put things away, charge up the light, and call this one a success. All right, well that was a super quick and easy one, so I hope it was helpful, and thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ooh, I almost forgot. One other fun little thing is I did install a new roller wheel on the back fender that actually rolls and allows the bike to move much easier when in the folded position. Also, one cool little hack is you'll notice there's a small piece of electrical tape here in the stem. If I open this up, you'll see I keep the charging cable for both lights now, so I always have one with me if I need to charge my lights.